Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, I don't know. Hey, maybe you're hearing some weird sounds in the background. Got the window open here, trying to cool it off. It's 85. Okay, it's dropped off 2 degrees. It's 85 in this room. Temperatures outside are about 80. They suddenly drop and got a storm coming in, and the wind is blowing, so you're going to hear the trees making noise out here. All right, let's get over here and check on everybody. All right. Hang on, I got to clear the notifications popping up over there. All right, so first one in was Sue Me, then Walt Rogers, then Troop 1351. And Troop 1351 is been a member for 16 months. They're a member of the survivalist group. And so there's the prepper, the gray man level, and the survivalist level. So those are the 3 levels for channel members I have here. All right. The next one in was Mark at Mad Chick Acres. Diana 2 came in. And Jay is here. Oh, looks like Mark's having a problem. Can't chat from his 6-year-old iPad anymore. Well, of course, it's an iPad. It's an Apple. It's rotten now. You know, the worms have gone through it and eaten it all up. You know, pretty soon it's going to start dripping stuff on you, Mark. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? All righty. So, also my in the living room back there is the staff sergeant, her mom, her brother, his significant other, and their daughter. And then my daughter's in there with her 4 boys. So yeah, it's a madhouse in there. I've been spending most of my day in here. All righty, let's go ahead and get rid of this here. So this has been a very interesting week news-wise. So, but I only got 6 items here to call up here. First one was back on the 21st, and of course, everyone should know that one. That Crazy Joe has decided to stop being Captain Underpants and step out of the race after everybody in his party told him to. I saw the most unique meme reel, whatever, and he's walking away from the helicopter, and Captain says when he realizes he quit, when he realizes he has quit, he's going to be so mad. Yeah, so we lost Captain Crazy Underpants. And now we got Camel Toe Harris, a.k.a. the Giggler. So, which is kind of interesting, seeing how I don't know if she has time to be put on all the states' ballots if they're going to allow it. I'm not sure if there's enough time. And some states may think, sorry, he dropped out. She cannot. You guys did not have a convention, did not choose her, and she did not file in time for our states. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. So I don't know. It has to, what's going on the convention or not, but when it is, where it is, time wise, I just hope that that the states are going to go, no, you didn't have time to. You're not on our thing as being in there. Our dear President Biden. She's an anchor baby, not eligible. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this was from the Epic Times. I'm not sure if it's going to allow me to bring froze and look at the actually read the article. Okay, so I guess there was something going on saying that the people were saying that the guy that tried to the guy that shot Trump's ear was a member of the high school's rifle team, and that he was severely bullied. And the schools come back saying no, he was not part of the rifle team, never was. There was no record of him even going out to shoot with the rifle team on the open days or whatever, because they log everybody down that went out there, even though they're not a member of the team yet. And that there is no evidence that he was bullying, despite people saying that he complained of it. So there's no complaint to any school officials. Nothing was ever entered in, nowhere, nothing, no how. So anyway, so that's there's another one of the piece of propaganda being put out that is no, not true. All right, next one, number 3. Miss Plastic Face eagerly endorses camel toe as the as California Democrats rally around one of their own. Yeah, Camel Toe Harris was an assistant district attorney for the city and county of San Francisco, and worked her way up and did all sorts of stuff. And for years, she's been known as Camel Toe Harris. Well, at least there's one good piece of good news from California. The California Forever, that was called California Forever, Utopian Development, pulled from the November ballot. They were rushing to process through without thorough environmental community review. Gee, yet the Democrats scream if there aren't 20 environmental reviews for anything else. This was one of their own plans, and they just were pushing it right on through. Oh, yeah. And there's been some reels finding that, mentioning that. Hey, Caitlin Strain's in the house. All right, Shenanigans is here. Oh, so the Democratic convention is next month. Peace. But don't they have to be on the? They always have, they got to be on with certain states by a certain date on their thing. They have a date to register or whatever it's called to be it. And I think that has passed for several states. Should be great if it has. Let's see. Next one here. Big Lots, the store formerly known as McFrugal's. For those who know how long that was, years ago. And they were sued in California as the name McFrugal's was seen. It was all that they said all those of Scottish or Irish descent view that as being racist. A bunch of people say no, that's not. We're proud of it and everything else, because it brings us to the forefront. And the pissy, hanky ringing Democrats were trying to say, oh, you can't call it that, even though everybody wants it to be called that. You can't call it that because we're offended for those that should be offended, even though they say they're proud of it. Anyway, Big Lots is closing 54 stores in California. And let's see what it says about other ones here. Because I know there's a Big Lots here in Idaho, and I haven't seen anything on it yet, on the sign on it. store closures were announced individually on the chain's California store locator website. So it just goes through that lists all the ones in California. Big Lots had froze. Big Lots had more than 1,400 stores nationwide. About 2 weeks ago, in a filing with the Federal Securities and Exchange Commission, Big Lots officials divulged plans to close as many 40 of its 1,392 stores that were left, and then they upped the number for California to 50. Where is it? 54 just for California, not counting other states. So it's dancing around. I'm going through the articles as fast as I can, or trying to find out if they list any 4 other ones. Yeah, no timetable has been posted for the closures. Numbers outside of California have not been given specifically. So that's that one. And the final one here, out of California, breaking news, where the demon rats have flipped 180 degrees on a particular position so dramatically, they're going to be called stormtroopers. The great gay van nuisance, Sig Heil, leader of California, socialist state it is getting ready to order the dismantling of all California homeless encampments. Gee, they're doing it to try to get certain votes. And it comes less than a month after the Supreme Court reversed a ruling that prohibited cities from banning encampments. And so all over the place, other states are doing it too. But it's big news because California has the most homeless encampments. And so today he's supposed to do. I didn't see the coming up for today, but it says, the great nuisance will order state officials on Thursday today to dismantle home encampments with a sweeping executive order affecting hundreds of thousands of people. The New York Times reported. Yeah, so you got the New York Times diming out socialist California. Or I should say California. The Supreme Court ruling opened the floodgates to patchworks of approaches to homelessness across the state. Yeah. So, which means it's since the Supreme Court overturned the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and it affects all states in the Ninth Circuit Court as well. And of course, then a lot of other circuit courts are going to go right along with it. Oh, sorry, Supreme Court did it. You guys can deal with the homeless camps any way you want to. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the millions of ballots they had already printed up and made. They got to get rid of them because Joe's no longer on there. Yeah, they changed from one clown to another. See, Ohio moved the deadline to September to get old Joe on the ticket. Suladine, welcome. Butch Graves, welcome. Who else did I? Utah Mike is in here. Did I miss anybody else? Did I say hello to Diana too at the beginning? I forgot if I didn't. Hello. And let's see here. All right. So I'm just going back and catching up on the chat here. See what you guys have. All right, a couple of Iowa new Des Moines homeless camps ban starts August 2nd. And Iowa's 6-week abortion uh, limit thing begins on the Monday after the lower court. George killed the injunction against it. Crime will skyrocket as homeless will need traveling money. No. They're just going to the pros. The state will probably just go ahead and rent a bunch of Greyhound and Continental Trailway buses and just, well, here, we'll get you out of the state. Take them to the state line and say, happy walking. And most of that's going to be north to Oregon. The thing is, though, 90% of them don't want to be in any sort of housing. They like living out. It's amazing. They don't want any sort of housing. Oh, plus she has to pick a running mate soon. Oh, that's going to be Nancy Pelosi. Either that or it's going to be no, her running mate is she's going to pick. We've been talking about this for a long time. Not us, me with you, the staff sergeant and I. It'll probably be the great nuisance, current governor of California, because then if she gets in, he gets in as VP, he will get her kicked. At 2 years and 1 month. Grammy Karen, how's it going? How are the trees doing? The trees are coming down. Oh, hang on, let me look at the calendar, make sure I get it right. Are coming down a week from Sunday. They're going to show up on the 4th and start taking them down. So, yeah, so got about 8 days or 9 days, 10 days, something like that before the trees start coming down. Nothing about them being both from the same state. Absolutely nothing. Local TV channel here interviewed one guy who'd been living in Burbank for 10 years, had no desire to go to shelter and deal with their rules. Exactly. Fruit trees are doing okay. Uh, since I got the bigger pieces of quilt batting put under a bunch of them, and so when I water it, it holds the water in even better. And the trees are doing good. The pumpkins that were planted near the trees, because it's holding water into the ground, and so it's the ground's damping a bigger cone away from it. The roots for the pumpkins have tapped into that, and they're just going hog wild out there. Moon over Mammy, hey. All right, let me see here. All right, let me go ahead and kill that one. Go back here, and I want to check one other thing here real quick. That's what was recommended here. All right, let's see here. Type in the search in here. I'm looking something up here for you guys. Again. Okay. I looked it up. There's a question here. Can the president and vice president be from the same state? And it says there is no law or regulation against the president and vice president of the United States from being from the same state. All right. So yeah. Of course, they can also argue, if there was, they could also argue that Camel Toe Harris is from a different state of mind, and you know, and that Nuisance is from a socialist state. All right. All right, he's checking that. Okay, cool. All righty. Oh, there were some other funny things I'd like to share with everybody. Give me a second to bring up those. And redo it here. Okay, I need to go in here, view, details. All right, and let's see what happens here. I get this show up here for me, right? Okay, I think that's all coming out there. So let me get this thing here going. All righty, let's share some memes here. Obesity began to rise. Oh, hang on, I knew I forgot to do something here. There we go. I think they'd be perfect together. Yeah, unfortunately, so would a lot of other people. Hang on, taking care of. Okay, so obesity began as we swapped animal fats for, it says seed oils, but it should say highly processed hydrogenated seed oils. Swapped real food for ultra processed junk food. Swapped cooking for convenience. Swapped outdoors for indoors for exercise and entertainment. Swap play for video games, swap animal-based for plant-based, swap protein for refined carbohydrates. There, I got the word right finally. Swap full fat for low fat. Swap ancestral wisdom for modern, it's not actually modern advice, modern, what's a good term? I need to think of some different word to put in there for that last one. For modern pipe dreaming. All right, next one here. Hang on, I got to make this one bigger so you guys can see it. Protect your family from the government. Get the Slope 1000 today. 1-888 Slope Me. Save $130. I think Tibor, for modern nonsense. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's look at the next one here. Chicken people be like, I have about 12 chickens, maybe 15. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
And Tammy just showed up, Rebel Canners. All right, let's see what the next one here is. Okay, Secret Service visual focus enhancements, aka tunnel vision or target fixation.
Yes. Love that one.
I just had a great idea. Hang on, let me take this down for a second. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not serious about anybody actually doing it because that would be mean and possibly harmful. So nobody actually do this, but it'd be kind of funny if someone sent a whole bunch of leaves of different types, but some including pepper leaves and certain types of oak leaves and ivy leaves and sumac leaves mixed together and say, hey, here is your new green toilet paper. Use it in good health. And send it to the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and then spike their food with or spike the desserts there with X-Lax.
So just to be clear, if you burn poison ivy, isn't the smoke like bad for you? So you really don't want to be downwind of a very large barrel of poison ivy being burned. Would that be a correct statement?
That'd be a very correct statement, including you also want to be downwind of any forest area that's burning that is known to have poison ivy, poison sumac, or poison oak in it.
Well, I was just talking about like a straight barrel of dried poison ivy. You know.
Yeah, them homeless people needing to burn the barrels in the middle of summer to stay warm.
Yeah. And somewhere near the convention, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
The air intakes. Yeah. Sure.
But it's been a rough week, folks. But on a good note, I don't need any bail money and haven't had to hide any bodies yet.
Yeah, Siri stopped giving me good ideas when my iPad died.
Is this next one up there? Oh, and here they are. Here they are bugging out from California.
I like the car on the roof.
Yeah, it's the smaller car. Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought it was in the Constitution somewhere. I have to go look it up. And I think Tibor mentioned it, where you have to be a natural born citizen to be the president. Yes. Well, somebody's mother, her visa expired, and her father, they were both from other countries, and she was just born here. So why is this not even becoming a thing that they're talking about? Why isn't Trump saying anything going, or are they just going to let it play out?
He knows that it's not a thing because she was born here. She's a U.S. citizen. How unlike somebody else who's born outside the country, but only one of his parents was a U.S. citizen, and so they were able to finagle that.
Yeah, but if both your parents are not natural, if you're
doesn't
not a
matter.
natural born
Doesn't
person,
matter.
You're an anchor baby.
Doesn't matter. If you're
so as long as you're born here, you can be president.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that needs to be. I agree. That probably needs to be changed. But I think it ought to be changed to you cannot be president, vice president, a senator, or a member of the House of Representatives unless you're not a naturalized, unless you're a natural born citizen.
Oh, like Obama.
Like just not anybody. Basically, that would eliminate a whole bunch of these people who are actually supporting. I don't support the United States. I support Al Qaeda, and she's that would get rid of her real quick. So, oh, you're not allowed to be up here. You're out. You're not a natural born citizen.
Yeah, they'll just keep changing the goalposts around.
All right, got a quote. Okay, all right, good question there. Let's take a look at that. Hang on here. Where is it here? What is the age to be? Okay, both the president and vice president must be at least 35 years of age at the time they are sworn in. So that means they can be elected at 34, but they can't be sworn in until they're 35. All right, and so 30 and 25. Let's just see for be a to be a U.S. Senator, 30 years of age, a U.S. citizen of at least 9 years, and a residency in the state the senator represents at the time of election. And the minimum, and it's 20, and it's 25 for the House of Representatives. And the House of Representatives must be a citizen for at least 7 years.
Hey, Howie.
Hey, Howie. So yeah, you just look at the Constitution states 3 requirements for a senator, and same thing for representative. So yep. Oh, and
this whole thing's giving me a migraine.
Yeah. This is one of those times I wish I could go back in time, go do time travel, and pop up when they're doing the Constitution, and say, all right, here's some things you need to put in there because this is going to bring the downfall of the country if you don't put it in there. A, you must be be a natural born citizen to be president, to be vice president, and to be like a senator. You have to have U.S. citizenship for at least 30 years. Oh no, 25 years. That means they can be 5 years old when they come into the country, and 20 years for House of Representatives. That means they can be 5 years old when they become a citizen. That would definitely kick a few people out and make it more clear. The purpose of the Second Amendment is to ensure that the civilians have the arms to throw out a tyrannical government if one should somehow get in place. It is not for hunting; it's for defense of the Constitution.
Like now. Anyway.
Okay, 12th Amendment Constitution. Okay, hang on.
You got kids in the background there?
Outside the door, you're riding around out here.
Oh.
Prepper for the Ages. How you doing? Geeky Gardens. Welcome, Jack. Gunslinger Outdoor. Welcome. Yeah, that's why I need to go back in time and say, hey, go back in time with a laptop and a projector and just throw it up on the wall. Okay, this is the crap going on in the future because you guys didn't put this in. Yeah, and it should be at least one parent has to be a U.S. citizen. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hang on. Okay. Bring up the 12th Amendment. Scroll down to residency. So let's see. 12th Amendment. 12th Amendment. Library of Congress. Okay, here we go. If you can read that small print. Also, shall not inhabit. Should be residency. Well, that's the electoral college.
Probably a little further down. He said, look up the under residency.
Yeah, I'm going down here and
no, next page.
No, next page is the 13th Amendment. Previous is 11th. So this is it in time. But no person constitutionally ineligible to the office of president shall be eligible to that of the vice president. So you can't be president, you can't be vice president.
Got to be in there somewhere. T-board, yeah, he said further down.
Yeah. I'm down at the bottom, working my way back now here. If such would no person shall have a majority, then the two highest numbers on the list, the Senate shall choose the vice president. Yeah, okay. So they're talking about this, you know, if you got 4 people running and nobody has a clear win, then they take the top 2 and go with that, or something, pick from it or something like that. You guys need to go read it yourself. Necessary. This is the quorum. This is electoral college. Is basically what this is. Now this is saying that the person from the electoral college cannot vote for the president if he's from their state. Something like that. I'm not sure. It's got legalese wording here, folks. I'm getting a headache just trying to read it.
Maybe just Google eligibility to be
president. Hang on.
Yeah, it's not a living document. Yeah, that'd be great.
And it's not open to interpretation. It's not a suggestion. And soon he says need something like that, or in Israeli too, where everybody gets trained and expected to have a self-defense capability. Yeah, there's been a lot of that in different states where they live in one district and have houses in both districts, and they change their residency to whichever one whichever district they're running for. Yeah, that'd be another great one too, which means no foreign country shall own land other than their embassies. It shall not own any business in the United States. All right. Oh, and headache.
Yeah.
But on a side note, as far as going back to the tree thing, the big cottonwood trees, the one that was growing off the root ball of the one right on the property line that was actually grew up outside the fence, we got that all cut down. All the branches that we could run through the chipper, our chipper shredder, we ran through the chipper shredder. I got 3. I got one of those wheelbarrows that has 2 wheels on it, one of the big, huge monster ones. Got 3 of those hauled into the loaded, heaped up into the garden area. to use as ground cover and composting material. And got all the wood cut, all the branches cut up and moved and stacked. Now I just got a 4.5 foot tall stump that I got to try to cut up over the next couple days. Iowa BFIP restrictions on foreign ownership this season. The governor signed it. Whoa! Yay! Yeah, I got about 3 wheelbarrows full of firewood from that little itty bitty tree. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Now I did cover some goofy stuff in the news. Now I got a little personal news on the heartwarming side. My daughter was out riding her bike. She rides it in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon too. Get some exercise in. She found a kitten laying in the middle of the road. She picked it up, rode home with it. They took it to the vet the other day. My wife and her mother took it to the vet and got it taken care of. The thing was barely moving and trying to do it stuff. Sucker's running around like someone poured gasoline down it. So it's all, so it's all doing better and everything else. So they're gonna take it on the plane back to California tomorrow afternoon. And
so who's taking it home? Your wife or your mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law. And so, yeah, her last cat died a little while ago. She's been a cat person. So she has no cats, but now she has a nice little kitty. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Not only is it that, it's also some of it's written in legalese too.
Yeah, 200-year-old legalese. Yeah. Makes it even more difficult.
Yeah. Nobody's mentioned our background.
Whose background?
Behind us. Behind both of us. Yeah. Background, not my individual background here of the Daily Planet. Yeah.
It's on fire there. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. Screen moved. Something up here for this other. So what else we got here? All right. And yeah, okay. It's still 85 in here. Yeah. Where's Lois Lane? Which Lois Lane? There's been a bunch of different Lois Lanes.
The original one from the 60s.
Which one do you think is the original one?
What, from the comic books?
From the Super Adventures of Superman TV show.
Yeah, the first one. The very first one.
The one that was there for what, a season and a half?
Sure. She was the first one, right?
That was Noelle, or was that the second one? Hang on, let me see. Let me go back here. Lois Lane actresses. Okay, so going back. Where is it? Show more. Cheap. see. Okay, it's bringing up the wrong one here. 50s. Okay, Noelle Neal was Lois Lane. And the other one played Lois Lane was Phyllis Coates. Oh, so Phyllis Coates was the first one, and it says, due to conflicts with the producer and prior commitments, Phyllis decided not to return to the role when filming resumed in 1953. And Noelle Neal, who played the role in the first two Superman serials, was called in to replace her. So Noelle Neal was the first, and then when they did for the first two in the first two Superman serials, and then Phyllis Coates was in for the next little bit, and then Noelle Neal returned, and she's the one who I remember mostly.
Yep.
And so, just for everybody's, so everybody can look at it here. Take this up here, put that up there. Yeah, she was this is Phyllis Coates. Yeah, the other Noelle's the one everybody remembers and has fond memories of. Hang on, just for laughs and giggles, because I just watched it again here.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Olsen. That was Jimmy Olsen. It was Jack Larson playing Jimmy Olsen. There he is. Now Jack Larson was in the after it. Christopher Reeves did the Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there's a big thing on it, and then I forget the actor. The actor was playing the Atom on Tomorrow. When they did the thing on when it had all the crossovers between Superman, Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, and all those. The actor that played the Atom on that played Superman in Superman Returns. Jack Larson was in Superman Returns as the bartender at the beginning of the movie. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights, how's it going? Yeah, cats have a way of growing on you. All right, how is going good night? All right, we're going to wrap this up here. It's hot. I got the door closed behind me, so the cold air's got the windows open in the living room, blowing air through the house. But since the door's closed here, none of the air's coming in here. And it's getting cool outside. So coming up here, tomorrow on Kent Patton Family Compound. Find the right one here. Where I'm at. Okay. Is teaching youth the DIY mentality or mindset. Teaching youth to figure out how to do it yourself mindset. Saturday, back here in Grayman Prepping, is dealing with youth in a difficult situation, i.e., difficult disaster. That'd be a disaster. It'd be, difficult situation. Evacuations, moving, changing schools, whatever. but we're going to talk a whole bunch of things about dealing with youth when it's a difficult situation for the youth. Monday, the topic is going to be things you don't want to freeze dry. You mean I shouldn't freeze dry my dog?
You can. I wouldn't suggest it.
All right. Tactical Tuesday here on Grayman Prepping is defensive fencing, and it's going to be cover a wide range of things. So, defensive fencing on Tactical Tuesday. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your support, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow over on Camp Patton Family Compound. Thanks, Mark, for coming up here, and everybody else there. Really, thank you for coming in and sharing your thoughts and help guiding us the conversation a little bit here. All right, everyone, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Have a good night.